Good evening, everybody. It is the 16th of November 2018, and this is PUBG on the Xbox. Now, yesterday we had a little bit of a hotfix came down the line. It was called Hotfix. Oh, I tell you what, we've got something else as well. We've got a community post that we can talk about that I've just noticed has just appeared. Okay, so what we're going to do in this video is we're going to talk about the hotfix. We're going to talk about the community post, which has just popped up as well. And then we're going to go and play some of the event mode, which is Huntsmen and Marksmen, which means that it's shotguns you spawned in with, and then there's supply drops with sniper rifles. So, yes, that should be interesting, but we'll see. I'm not convinced, but we'll see. Anyway, let's talk about the hotfix first. That came out yesterday. You probably noticed there was a big update, and you got some free battle points and a free jacket as well. There we go. They said a little about resetting the mission time at a different time, but that's going to stay the same. They were going to close, this is quite interesting, the first person's perspective solo queues or lobbies in Europe, the North American first person geo queues, and the Oceania geo queues, but they've decided not to do that. I mean, they said they were going to do it because it takes an excessively long time to get a game in those particular queues, which I've noticed as well. You know, if I'm playing in the European server and I want to play first person, it takes forever. In fact, that's probably why I don't play it much anymore. But they're not going to close them because they understand that people want to still play them, which I think is fair, because first person is definitely a different flavour. And actually, one of the reasons why I'm kind of looking forward to PUBG on the PlayStation is with that much bigger player base, as long as they take up PUBG, I think I'm probably going to play more first person, dive into that straight away. Now, basically, this hotfix, if I go into it, is based around where they've managed to fix this bug, which meant that movement interpolation could cause other players' movement to be visibly delayed. So this means that you could be shot round corners, basically. Either you could be shot round a corner, or players could shoot you round a corner. And this was causing a bit of a big problem. Because you do kind of get that, don't you? Especially early game, I would find gunfights are a bit of a crapshoot, very random. So they said, look, we found this bug on. I know they found it on the PC, but it must have been in the Xbox as well, and they've corrected it. And to kind of make up for this, they gave us 20,000 battle points and a free jacket. Also, they do mention in the hotfix about lost connection issues, and they say they've done that. You can also there's also a new helmet, the Road Warrior helmet, which you can buy for those 20,000 BPs. Also, in the settings, there's now a forward sensitivity option in the controller settings. So if you find it difficult to run forward in straight lines, you can change that in so your left stick doesn't drag you over one way or the other. They've opened up a South American server, and they've changed when custom matches will close. Okay, so fairly normal stuff. Right, okay, so let's look at the community post. Try and say that with your teeth in. Next, see what that says. So the community post has literally just gone live. And let's have a look what that says. What does that say? My internet connection wasn't so close. Community post, November week 3. Happy Friday. We're going to go... In today's weekly post, we'll be going our recently released hotfix. Right, okay. So they say, yeah, we've applied the hotfix to reduce incidents of desync. For the month of November, we had 2 updates planned. The plan has now changed. We're now targeting mid-December for our next update. We are testing upcoming content internally. I want to make sure new content features are stable. In other words, the new map. You can expect the following in our December update: graphical setting options, first person FOV slider, oh, that'd be interesting, and the Scorpion. Tentative January update, region renewal. Server region is decided automatically depending on the player's location. Blah, blah, blah. Xbox Game Pass. PUBG is now available on the Xbox Game Pass. Great. Performance. We are currently focusing on optimizing the overall weapon system from texture effects. It's introduced many of the CQC, close quarters combat performance issues that some of our players are experiencing, as well as increased overall stability. They're targeting mid-December. Custom matches. Just when they close, they've changed. Survival supply system. I haven't really got into that. Event mode. Right, so that's it. Okay, so fairly ordinary stuff, no big changes. Why don't we dive into... In fact, what I've got to do, I've got to create a party first. Otherwise... That's better. Right, let's see. See if Mr. Toad Guy is around to have a game of Huntsmen and Marksmen. He may well be in a game already, actually. Let's have a look. 100 survivors left. Ooh, we might not be. So let's give him a minute or two before we dive in. So let's look at the rules then for Huntsmen and Marksmen. Rules. 3 teams fight in 10-man squads on Sandhock. All players spawn with a shotgun, a handgun, a frag grenade and 5 bandages. A care package containing a sniper rifle or a DMR, as well as some more powerful items, drops every 3 minutes. Knocking out an enemy earns your team 1 point, 3 points for eliminating. Killed players respawn in planes that fly every 15 seconds. The first team to reach 150 points wins. If no team reaches 150 points after 15 minutes, the team with the most points wins. Vehicles and world item do not spawn. Players cannot damage their own teammates. Okay, all seems like normal stuff. Right, we'll dive in without Mr. Toad because he's currently in the middle of a game. So this should be, I don't know, shotguns versus sniper rifles. It depends what DMRs you get, don't you? Because, I mean, the DMRs, a Mini 14 or an SKS, they're pretty good up close. SKS can be like a 2-shot kill to the head, can't it? I think it's probably a 1-shot kill in some cases, depending on what helmet you've got on, but we'll see. I haven't been convinced by these event modes, and I'm particularly disappointed that they don't have a war mode continually running, where you just spawn in with a random, well, it should be a random assault rifle, I think, as your first weapon, and a random submachine gun as your second weapon. You know, a scope on one, a red dot on the other, and then a backpack and with some health in it and stuff. I don't understand why they don't have that, you know, all the time to dive into. I understand that you can create these custom games. Right, now I haven't played, I'm going to be honest with you here, I haven't played PUBG much this week. I played 1 game last night. So I'm probably a little bit rusty with the controls. Well, I've been playing lots of Battlefield 5 and quite a lot of Call of Duty as well. Black Ops 4. Right, there's our... How do we zoom in? Oh, it's on Sandhock. Oh, where are we going to go then? We're going to put down a marker. How about there? Alright. Misty day on Sandhock. Some people are agreeing with me. At least being in a built-up area, it's going to be good for shotguns. So, you can spawn in with the... What have I got? I've got the pump. Down we go. Now, I wonder if our guns will be loaded. Oh, you die pretty quick. Right, I've got the S12. we can stay together... I've got the double barrel this time. At least our team is staying together, which is good. Bloody hell. Double barrel again. I don't know if I hit anybody then. I think I got 1 kill in that. 1 kill. Great. So there we go. So that's the new event mode. Huntsmen and Marksmen run around with a shotgun at like 5 frames a second. But hopefully, the fixing of the desync with the player optimization, model optimization, maybe the main game will be running fairly smooth. I tell you what, why don't we carry on playing? We'll play a proper game next. And then we'll call it a day after that in terms of the stream and the video. And you can put your questions and comments down below about what you think is going on. Right, play public match. Playlists all. So, initial thoughts on Battlefield 5, because I know you're probably wondering. Okay, so I played an awful lot of it yesterday. Battlefield 5 is a good shooter, but it's not Battlefield 1. I really, 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 really like Battlefield 1. Really enjoyed it. In fact, before PUBG came along, Battlefield 1 would have been my best shooter. And now it's still my best respawn shooter. But they've done a few what I would consider to be silly things in Battlefield 5. They've taken away spotting. They've taken away the kill cam, so you don't really always know where the person is who killed you. And you spawn in with less ammo, and you need health packs to regen your health quickly. Which is a bit of a pain. So they've taken a lot of the fun out of it. Because a lot of the time now is when you're in a firefight with your squad, you don't really know what's going on. You're a bit like, oh right, okay. You'll see people firing in a direction, and you've got to walk up to them, look over their shoulder to see what they're firing at. That's just it's just a bit odd. Because the thing about Battlefield is that you're in these massive battles and the idea is squad play, and the best squads are the ones that communicate each other. So right, there's an enemy over there. But when you're playing with other random players, you don't really want to go into voice chat, and they might not even speak English anyway. So it's a bit of an issue, if you ask me. The maps are okay. Haven't really had any WoW maps. They're all kind of average, I would say, like DLC maps. So we're going to end up rather than, oh wow, this is an amazing map. Say like Monte Grappa, or I don't know, San Quentin Scar. You know, those maps that you're like, oh wow, that's amazing. We got any vehicles? What's that down there? Is that a vehicle? Or is it a wreck? Look like wrecks to me. Can't see anybody with me there. So yeah, a bit disappointed really with Battlefield 5. All they really needed to do was take Battlefield 1 and reskin it with Tiger tanks and Spitfires. Instead they've changed some of the core mechanics of Battlefield, which suits a lot of the kind of what I would call semi-professional Battlefield players, you know, like the streamers who play it 12 hours a day, who complain that the skill ceiling on Battlefield 1 was lower than on Battlefield 4, which may well have been true, but that might have been why so many people bought it. I'm sure they sold about 20 million copies of Battlefield 1. It was really, really a real fun game to play. Now, you'd be in a game of Conquest, and there'd be a tank there, there'd be a biplane overhead. You would get an armoured train turn up, you get battleships turning up. You'd have armoured cars running around. And then you would have horses running around as well. Where Battlefield 5 feels an awful lot more kind of infantry combat based. Which I know sounds a bit silly, but yeah, so I just wasn't having that much fun with it. So I think they need to do some changes to the game. Excuse me if I feel a little bit out of sorts, but I'm kind of just getting used to the movement mechanics again. Now, you may well have read my review of Black Ops 4, which basically I said was I've already been in here. I haven't. No, I haven't. And I kind of said that Black Ops 4 is a PUBG killer, which I believe it is. It doesn't mean I won't be playing PUBG. It just means that I think lots of people. Alright, off we go. We're in the circle, so we might as well stay on foot. Twin 416s. One with a suppressor, one without. And then I think it's December 7th is when we get PUBG on the PlayStation. Another reason why I'm looking forward to getting PUBG on the PlayStation is it's a lot easier for me to create content quickly on the PlayStation. I don't have to do all this stream to Twitch and then export it back to YouTube business. And it is challenging as well, having to use two different controllers. I know it's a bit of a first world problem, but I hear somebody. Right, looks like Mr. Toad's ready to play, but I'm in the middle of a game, so we're just going to have to wait for a moment. I thought I heard a footstep. I have to say the game is running particularly smooth. Let me do a quick whiz around that. I mean, that is pretty good compared to what it used to be. It's really the desync issue, isn't it? That right, where were we? So I hit him several times there, but you saw the blood spurts, didn't you? And then he hit me like a couple of times. So anyway, there we go. There's the patch notes. There's PUBG. Desync solved. I'm not sure with that one. But anyway, it's been a pleasure. Put your questions and comments down below. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.